Welcome to my channel, Learn and Earn, to live your life on your own terms. Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel, Learn and Earn Academy. And today in this video, we are going to talk about Surrogacy Regulation Bill 2019. Now, what is surrogacy and why the government has come up with a bill? Now, surrogacy is a form of pregnancy in which the parents who are not able to conceive take a different measure to get a child. In simple words, if a couple is not able to get a child on their own, they take the help of a female to get the baby delivered. So it's basically taking the womb of the mother and getting the baby delivered. So this is uh, an issue which is very important, not only from the socio and the economic aspect, but also this particular way to get children is was being misused. Now, in order to regulate surrogacy and make surrogacy a genuine way to produce children or to give birth to children is something which is very appreciable effort by government. So let us see what exactly this bill talks about. Now, it prohibits the commercial surrogacy in India and permits only related women to act as surrogate to infertile couples. So, as I have already told you, the people who are not able to conceive are called infertile couples, and it prohibits commercial surrogacy. Now, earlier, what used to happen, people used to pay a woman who may not be from a financially well family. So, in order to get some money, she will give her birth to the child. So, this was becoming more of a commercial business. There were places where women were kept only for this purpose. What they had to do is they had to conceive a child, keep the child in their womb for 9 months, give birth, take money, and go back home. So it was becoming a business, and many people were exploiting this way to earn money. Now it provides for constitution of surrogacy boards at national and state levels. So there will be surrogacy boards at national and state levels which will regulate the provisions of the bill. Intending couples should not abandon the child under any condition. So if I am a couple with my wife, if I want to have a surrogate baby, under no circumstances I can abandon the child. After a year or two, if I feel that I should give away the child, no, that is not possible. Only Indian couples legally married for at least 5 years allowed to opt for surrogacy. So this is a very good clause. You need to be legally married for 5 years to be allowed to opt for surrogacy. 5 years is a time in which people normally try all the way out to get the baby. It prohibits commercial surrogacy and allows only ethical altruistic surrogacy, which means the surrogate mother cannot take any money. While the intended parents can voluntarily pay money, but there cannot be any commercial agreement or contract. So, this is what I was talking about earlier. Earlier, it used to be a commercial agreement or a contract. For example, a lady would agree to give birth to your baby if you pay her 1 lakh rupees. So, this is a form of contract. Now that has been abolished. There is no way you can make an agreement of surrogacy. So this is a very good clause. Each criteria between 23 to 50 years for female and 26 to 55 years for male for intended couples. So this is the age bracket for the people who want children through surrogacy. Now, what is the eligibility criteria for a surrogate mother? Surrogate mother is a mother who will give birth to the child. The surrogate mother must be a close relative of intending couple. The surrogate must be married, having a child of her own. Now, this is a very, very important clause. So, any mother or any woman who wants to become a surrogate has to be married and should already have a child of her own. She should be between the age of 25 to 35 years old. So, this is the most uh, healthy age to conceive a child. She should not have been surrogate earlier and must be certifiable mentally and physically fit. So, she should not have given birth to a surrogate child earlier and she should be mentally and physically fit. Now, what are the rights of the child? A child born out of surrogacy to be the biological child of intending couple. So, any couple who wants a surrogate child, the child will become the biological child of the couple. The newborn child shall be entitled to all rights and privileges available to a natural child. Now, this is exceptionally well thought of clause. Some of the other important provisions: registration of surrogacy clinics and practitioners under appropriate authorities mandatory. So you cannot get surrogate children anywhere or everywhere. There has to be surrogacy clinics and practitioners who will have to be certified and registered. Compulsory insurance coverage for surrogate mother and no sex selection are mandatory provisions. So the surrogate mother will have to be insured in case of any casualty or any unforeseen circumstances. The insurance is there and no sex selection can be done. Okay. Now, what are some of the critics of the bill? Some of the points which may be improved. First, it imposes a certain morality on others as the bill excludes gay couples, single men and women, and unmarried couples who want a child. Now, this can be looked into various aspects, but for the time being, I believe this is the best way and the right direction to give a legal uh, aspect to this important act. Second, the Law Commission India report on commercial surrogacy recommends prohibiting commercial surrogacy. However, it is said that prohibition based on vague moral grounds or without proper assessment is irrational. But I believe this is the best option which the government is coming out with. You cannot make surrogacy commercial, otherwise, it will become like a business model. People will hire women who are socially and economically weak, and they will use their womb to give birth to a child, which is highly unethical. The health ministry did not conduct or rely on studies on commercial surrogacy, but concluded that all forms of commercial surrogacy are suspicious. I believe all form of commercial surrogacy should be stopped. There cannot be any way through which you can purchase or sell the birth of a child. It's a life event. You're giving birth to a child. It's not a matter of money. That's a very important distinction which the government has made. The legislation allows surrogacy only through a close relative, but the bill doesn't define close relative. And the other conditions, such as age restrictions and marital status, further bring down the number of eligible surrogate mothers. I may disagree with this particular point, wherein it says that it has to be close relative. It may not be possible that any of your close relative would agree to do this sort of thing, but any of your friend, well wisher who would want to give you this privilege may be chosen as a surrogate mother. It has been argued that commercial surrogacy is used for trafficking and foreigners abandon children born through surrogacy. But there are also cases where families have benefited from surrogacy. Well, the only reason why this law is being passed is because we are trying to eliminate all the possible misuse of this law. There will always be positives and negatives of any bill, but the intent of the government should be to reduce the negatives as far as possible. Other practices are misused too, but they are not banned. But I think this is something which should be banned. Commercial surrogacy should not be allowed under any circumstances. This is my view. Now, what could be the way forward? Imposing a ban where better regulation may have sufficed will take the entire process underground. Tightening regulations would respect the interest of infertile couples. It would also respect the woman's choice about how she wants to bear a child. The misuse of commercial surrogacy must be addressed with tighter regulation. The focus should be on the well being of the surrogate. The intending couple should ensure financial enumeration, a sound insurance cover, and a regular health checkup for the surrogate. The relevant parts of the process should be legally documented. So I think it's a two-way process. The surrogate mother and the intending couple both have equal responsibilities of giving each other a genuine support, a genuine help, because they're giving birth to a life, a human being. And this aspect should never be forgotten, either by the parents, by the surrogate mother, or by the society at large. So if you like this video, you can press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it on social media. Help us to spread education in this beautiful world. Thank you. Have a great day.